Cocaine Bear. So, yeah, pretty good movie. Um, Obviously it's about a bear on cocaine. So it's based slightly off a true story, just like Wolf Creek is, where a bear ate cocaine and it like died right after. But this movie is based off a bear eating cocaine and it going on a killing spree. It's pretty interesting. Not too much bear though, unfortunately, and some things that they don't explain that I'll definitely have to talk about later. So yeah, there's some drug dealers, they drop some cocaine. Bear gets into it. We get to see this little couple in the beginning of the movie. The wife gets killed, the husband seemingly gets killed, but near the end of the movie we find out he's still alive, and then he just kind of disappears, which I guess was cool, breaking the cliche of, the character surviving that we thought died, and then him showing up just to die a few minutes in. He shows up, helps some people, and then he just kind of fucks off. He's like, hey, what am I supposed to do? And then we never see him again. Like, they go in the cave to go find her daughter because she's missing, and the bear was the last one seen with her. So they go in the cave. He stops at the end, and he's like, hey, what I'm supposed to do? They don't answer him, and that's kind of it for him. I'm assuming he just walked away, and maybe they didn't hear him or anything like that. Just another cliche they break. But I guess it's not exactly a cliche since it's with a bear, but a bear gets on top of someone. I actually complained about this recently, which is crazy. In the movie The Witch, the mom's fighting the daughter. She gets on top of her, and then she slowly starts reaching for a knife like any other horror movie. So, of course, the mom dies. But in this movie, bear's on top of him, and he's reaching for something to get, and he gets it, but he just like hurts the bear. So I guess it kind of broke the cliche. There was also one thing that I thought was going to happen that didn't happen. It kind of happened later. When the bear shows up, when the drug dealers are having a standoff with the cop, it's like, oh shit, he has a cocaine brick with him. The bear's going to smell it and get him. But he doesn't. And also the fact that there was like a bag full of cocaine, like on top of the roof where the cop was at. But, yeah. Neither of those happens. What ends up happening is the bear lays down on one of the drug dealers, and they try and make sure the bear's dead, because they don't know if it's dead or asleep or whatever. And then the cocaine brick falls out of his pocket, and the bear smells that. So, it happened a little bit later than I thought it would. This movie was also kind of tense at times. Like how I thought the cocaine was gonna be a part of that scene. I was like, oh shit, the cocaine brick's gonna fall out. He's gonna get fucking killed. But then it didn't happen till later. So that was pretty cool. They also, just have way too many characters, and the bear is not in the movie enough, in my opinion. Just too many developments for characters that either die or disappear from the movie. Like that one teenager who wanted to start a life with his two friends, and they get murdered. And they were already murdered after he said that. He doesn't know that. But they were dead, and then 10 minutes later, he's like, oh yeah, I want to spend time with my friends, and we're going to move to New York together, and we already know they're dead. They even have a dumb joke about it too, where it's when he's saying that, they show a picture of them all together, but they're dead in the way they are with how they died too, one's holding his head, stuff like that. And then eventually, the cop lets the little teenage kid run away because of the bear, and tells them all to run, and he was going to distract the bear. And the teenage kid's like, you don't have to tell me twice, and he runs away, and never to be seen in the movie again. Don't even get to see his reaction to his friends, or anything like that. He's just gone now. He also wore nail polish in the movie, black nail polish, which I thought was cool. It's always cool to see people that wear nail polish, since I wear nail polish. So it's always something I usually notice. Anyways, the bear goes on like this huge killing spree. Eventually, we find out the bear actually in that scene I was talking about, the teenager, that it's actually a mom bear. Has its own kids and stuff. We find out that it's a mom later, but we find out it's a girl in that scene. And, that made me question where the father was. Like, what if this was like a Ghostface situation, and, you know, the mom and the dad got into the cocaine and they were killing people at different times in the movie. But, you know, obviously not a big reveal because they're animals and not human killers, but it would have been cool. They could have had like a fake out scene where like the dad gets killed and you think the cocaine bear is done for. I mean, we find out later that there's the mom bear. She was also on cocaine. But nah, they just are kind of like, oh yeah, she's a mom. She has cubs. And then we never see the dad in the movie. So, cool, I guess. Just her and her two little cubs. Honestly, a pretty decent movie, but would have liked to see the bear more.